Many women living with diabetes eventually ask one powerful question the moment they think about starting a family. Can a pregnant woman with type 1 diabetes have a healthy baby? For years, pregnancy and type 1 diabetes were considered a dangerous combination. Doctors worried about complications, unstable blood sugar, and risks for both mother and baby. Because of this, some women were once told that pregnancy might not even be possible. But today, the reality is very different. Medical technology has improved dramatically. Continuous glucose monitors, insulin pumps, and specialized prenatal care have transformed what is possible for women with diabetes. Still, pregnancy places unique demands on the body. Blood sugar levels that fluctuate too much can affect how the baby develops and how the mother's body adapts to pregnancy. That's why knowledge becomes one of the most powerful tools. When women understand what is happening inside their bodies and how to manage it, pregnancy with type 1 diabetes becomes far more manageable. In this video, we'll explore what doctors want every pregnant woman with type 1 diabetes to understand in order to protect both her health and her baby. To understand the challenges of pregnancy with type 1 diabetes, it helps to first understand what makes this condition unique. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease. This means the body's immune system mistakenly attacks the insulin-producing beta cells in the pancreas. Over time, those cells are damaged or destroyed. Without insulin, glucose cannot move from the bloodstream into the cells where it is needed for energy. That is why people with type 1 diabetes must take insulin every day. During pregnancy, this balance becomes more complex. Hormones that help the baby grow can also interfere with how insulin works inside the body. In early pregnancy, some women experience more frequent low blood sugar episodes. Later, insulin resistance often increases as pregnancy progresses. This means insulin needs may change several times during pregnancy. Understanding these shifts helps women avoid panic when their usual glucose patterns suddenly change. Instead of reacting with fear, they can adjust insulin doses, meals, and monitoring routines in collaboration with their doctors. Knowledge turns uncertainty into control. One of the biggest surprises for a pregnant woman with type 1 diabetes is how quickly blood sugar patterns can change. Pregnancy hormones are responsible for many of these shifts. In the early stages of pregnancy, nausea and reduced appetite can cause sudden drops in blood sugar. Many women find themselves experiencing more frequent hypoglycemia during the first trimester. Later, something very different begins to happen. Hormones produced by the placenta begin to make the body's cells less sensitive to insulin. This condition is called insulin resistance. As a result, the insulin doses that once worked perfectly may suddenly become less effective. Some women need significantly higher insulin doses during the second and third trimesters. This is completely normal. It simply reflects how the body adapts to support the growing baby. Frequent glucose monitoring helps detect these changes early, so adjustments can be made safely. Managing diabetes during pregnancy becomes a process of continuous observation and small adjustments. When a pregnant woman has type 1 diabetes, doctors often classify the pregnancy as high risk. But this term does not mean something will go wrong. It simply means the pregnancy requires closer monitoring. One important concern is high blood sugar during the early weeks of pregnancy. This is the stage when the baby's organs are forming and stable glucose levels help support healthy development. Doctors also monitor the baby's growth carefully. When extra glucose crosses the placenta, the baby may grow larger than expected. This condition, known as macrosomia, can sometimes make delivery more challenging. Blood pressure is another factor doctors watch closely. Women with diabetes have a slightly higher risk of developing pregnancy-related hypertension. The goal of regular checkups, ultrasounds, and glucose monitoring is to detect any potential issues early. With early detection, doctors can adjust treatment plans and help protect both mother and baby throughout the pregnancy. Managing type 1 diabetes during pregnancy is not about perfection. It is about consistent daily habits that help stabilize blood sugar. Frequent glucose monitoring is the foundation of safe pregnancy management. Many pregnant women check their blood sugar several times each day to detect patterns early. Continuous glucose monitors have made this process easier by providing real-time trends. Nutrition is another important factor. Meals that combine carbohydrates with fiber, protein, and healthy fats help prevent sudden spikes in blood sugar. Physical activity can also improve insulin sensitivity. Even gentle walking can help the body use insulin more efficiently. Sleep and stress management are often overlooked, but equally important. Poor sleep or chronic stress can raise blood sugar levels and make diabetes harder to control. The goal is not to eliminate every fluctuation. Instead, the goal is to create a lifestyle that supports stable glucose levels over time. As pregnancy approaches the final weeks, many mothers begin wondering what delivery will be like. For women with type 1 diabetes, doctors often plan delivery carefully. Blood sugar levels are monitored closely during labor. Insulin or glucose may be adjusted through 4 lines to keep levels stable. This careful monitoring helps maintain a safe environment for both mother and baby. After birth, something interesting often happens. Because the placenta is no longer present, the hormones that caused insulin resistance disappear. This means insulin requirements for the mother may drop quickly. Doctors also monitor the baby's blood sugar levels during the first hours after birth. Most newborns stabilize quickly with proper care. For many mothers, this moment becomes the reward for months of careful management. If you are living with type 1 diabetes and thinking about becoming a mother, remember this. Your diagnosis does not take that possibility away. Pregnancy with type 1 diabetes requires preparation, awareness, and careful blood sugar management. But with modern medical care, many women successfully experience healthy pregnancies and healthy babies. Understanding how your body changes during pregnancy allows you to stay one step ahead. Regular monitoring, balanced habits, and strong communication with your healthcare team can make an enormous difference. Most importantly, you are not alone in this journey. Doctors, diabetes educators, and medical technology now provide support that did not exist decades ago. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to the channel for more practical guidance about diabetes and long-term health. And I would love to hear from you. Have you or someone you know experienced pregnancy while living with diabetes? Share your story, your questions, or your advice in the comments below. Your experience might help someone else feel less alone.